This is the last one. Assets are our allies. I say it regularly, and I coined it from Wall Street Trapper. So kudos to Wall Street Trapper for planting this seed in my head. It makes sense. It jives with the way that I was already rocking anyway. But the market is my savings account. I want everything in assets. I am dialing myself back to where I won't have in any of my accounts over $500 in cash sitting there. I'm just not going to do it. I thought it was going to be 15, but I was like, I would rather have that deductible money, that quick access money, I can have within 48 hours. There's no reason for me to have over $1,000 sitting in a checking account, especially right now, in any type of bank account, savings, any of that stuff. 4%, that's garbage in comparison to what you could be getting in comparison to the market. Because like you're not going to have a savings account that's over the market. So for me, I keep my cash balances low. I save up within the market, and then when I'm ready to shift, I will convert that over to whatever I need. Assets. We need to value assets over Gucci belts. We need to value assets over what kind of car you drive. I also don't think that I don't think that people should be subjugated to buying boring cars. But if you really bout it, and you can really live under your means, and you can have a decent car, and you can buy some more assets, and then you use those assets to buy the next car, that's a different game, because now you're not paying for it out of your hard-earned money. Our assets should be funding our lifestyle, not us funding our lifestyle and then whatever's left over going into assets. You don't end up wealthy that way. So we gotta reframe the way that we're thinking. And I think these seven tenets now, because I could expound upon this indefinitely, but keeping it concise as I could, getting down to these 7 tenets, I think that if you ingest these, you meditate on these, you think about these things, and you come to these realizations and start looking at the world around you with open eyes. Don't dive into the BS. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Focus in and think about these 7 tenets. And then start looking at the world around you, and then you will see them. It's like putting on the goggles in that it's a really old movie, and it was like everybody was telling you to consume, and you put on these sunglasses and you could see the zombies. You'll start seeing these things, and as plain as day, you'll see them everywhere, because this is everywhere. The writing's on the wall. But you'll also be prepared to capitalize and combat these financial agendas that are being pushed upon us to create a worker class that never gets to move up. And you'll be able to start combating some of this and working your way up to get into a better position, because they're going to try to eventually lock us into wherever we're at. And you're either going to be on the wealthy side, or you're going to just be a worker. You're going to be a wage worker for forever. And I don't want that for anybody. And I think that with everything that's going on now, it is almost impossible to not have these conversations and to not put this at the forefront. So this is your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero, and these are the 7 tenets of the financial red pill.